What's going on? It's your boy Sacoz, back at it with another video. In today's video, I'm gonna be showing you 5 tips to automatically improve your design game. Now, these tips may seem simple, but they're actually helped me come a long way in designing, from not being able to design at all to, having some decent skills in designing. So hopefully these tips can help you as well. So yeah, let's just get right into it. Also, disclaimer, these tips won't only work for designing. This could work for photography, video editing, anything you really do. These tips would help you. Alright, tip number 1, and I think the most important one for me, is to stop thinking too much about the end result. Now, what I mean by this is that some people just have a certain idea in their brain of how they want their cover art to look like, or their video to look like, or anything like that, and I don't think you should be doing this, because at the end of the day, designing is all about coming up with better ideas every single day. So if you have this certain idea in your mind and you mess up, or you click a button that just wasn't the one you were thinking, you're probably going to be like, oh nah, this is not what I meant to do. Go back, Control C, you know what I'm saying, Command C, get that back. But when you are open to ideas while designing, which is my second tip, when you're not thinking about the end result too much, you're more open to design. And if something happens, you'll be like, okay, let's bring this forward, If you see a cool gradient map and you accidentally click on it, you'll be like, oh damn, this might be a cool idea. You might end up creating such a good design that is so much better than the end result you had in your head. So think about that. Second tip is to be open to ideas. As I said in tip number 1, being open to new things, to ideas that other people might give you, than watching a movie might give you, than watching a certain TV show, that watching your ceiling for 20 hours might give you. Whatever it is, be open. Be open to ideas. When you're open to ideas, you're gonna get more information that might work in a design. And when you're open to ideas, you might be better than your other design friends who are like, nope, I like my style only. I'm gonna keep doing this style till the day I die. So if you're open to ideas, you're probably gonna be better than them, you're probably gonna be cooler than them, and you can rub it in their faces. Third tip is to don't design too much. Now, what I mean by designing too much is kind of self-explanatory. It's just designing too much. There are some people that just design all day, 24/7 for like a month, and then after a month say, oh, I have a creative block. Like really? You design every day for like 12 hours, man. Like, you have to catch a break. Remember, designing is supposed to be fun. Right, I understand if you have a bunch of client work that's due, or a bunch of work you have to do, that is acceptable. You can do it like a lot, but if you want to improve your creativity, you can't be designing too much, because at the end of the day, you're gonna get burnt. It's gonna feel like more of a job, and you're just not gonna have a great time. So yeah, just don't design too much. Fourth tip is to think before you open Photoshop. One of the biggest blocks that I've had designing is opening Photoshop and just seeing that blank canvas. And doesn't matter what I try, I just can't make it look good. If that has happened to you, it's probably because you didn't think it through before you opened Photoshop. Now remember, think about Photoshop as the source, as the middleman, right? As the communication that you are using to produce art. You can't be trusting Photoshop for every single thing you do. You have to think a little bit yourself. So maybe if it is just like thinking about what you want to do, getting the pictures together, getting the render, whatever it is, think about it. Think about what you want to do. Think about what you want to create. Think about how you want to create it. Just think about it. Because once you open Photoshop, is the way you start talking, the way you start communicating with Photoshop. Photoshop is the middle source, right? Is the middle source between you and art, or you and client work, or you or the client, as I said before, or you and the other person that's collabing with you in this project, right? So if you trust Photoshop too much. If you just open Photoshop, stare at that blank canvas, and just wait for something to come into your head, it's not going to work. So think think before you open Photoshop or Cinema 4D or whatever you're opening. Think about it. Go to Pinterest, think about what you want to do, and then open Photoshop and start creating awesome art. Fifth tip, and probably the most basic one, but the most important one, design for fun. Now, if you are, watching this, it means that you want to improve your design. So I'm guessing that you don't already live off designing. Many of you would, but designing for fun is how everyone starts, right? If you want to start a design career, if you want to start designing for like big companies, you have to start designing for fun. You have to start designing headers, and then you have to move on to cover arts, and then you move on to website design, and then you move on to getting 100k a year just designing websites, right? It's a process, right? And the process is dependent on you. But if you're watching this video, that probably means your design skills aren't the best yet, and that's fine. Mine are not the best. I am not saying that I am the best designer, right? I'm just giving you tips that have worked for me. So design for fun, right? Design for fun. This is the most important tip. Design for fun. Do not feel like you are forced to design, right? If you're not forced to. If you are forced to design, then ignore this tip, right? But if you're not, if you're just a teenager, a kid, an adult, someone trying to find a cool hobby, someone trying to create artwork that will communicate with people, that will relate with people, design for fun. Do not design when you're not feeling like it. It will just make you look at a design like a job, and it'll just make you hate it, because that's usually what humans do, hate what they have to do. So yeah, think about that. Designing, if you're watching this video, means you want to improve. You're probably not the best. You're probably not getting paid a full salary for this. Design for fun. Alright guys, that has been it. Hopefully it improved your designs. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like it if you want to see more videos like this, and comment down below ideas that you would like me to touch on. I'm pretty sure I would have something to say, and I want to make like a rant video of something that has been going on in my mind. So if you guys do not mind that, then make sure to let me know. Please join the Discord server below. I notify you there when I upload a YouTube video or go live on Twitch. So make sure you check those out, because yeah, I'm gonna start streaming on Twitch more often after a little trip that I'm going. I want to start streaming on Twitch a lot. Thank you so much for staying by, and yeah, hopefully I see you next time. Peace.